Hi, blessed beings. Welcome back to Shelter in the Storm with A Course in Miracles lesson number 27. At the end of this little video, there was just a small paragraph that I left out of Jesus' commentary for quite an important one for lesson 26 yesterday. So right at the end of this lesson, I'll just read that paragraph. It's quite an important paragraph for that commentary by Jesus. Let's ask Jesus to join us for our lessons and to help us to do them as well as we can. Dear Jesus, please join us each and every day for our A Course in Miracles lessons. Thank you. Through your guidance, we know that we'll do them well and we'll receive the many benefits that you promised us. Thank you. Okay, let's get going. So we're reading still chapter 2, part 5, and we're just going to finish off the last 4 special principles of miracle workers. So we're up to number 5. Excuse me, I've got a little itch. Number 5. The level adjustment power of the miracle induces the right perception for healing. Until this has occurred, healing cannot be understood. Forgiveness is an empty gesture unless it entails correction. Without this, it is essentially judgmental rather than healing. 6. Miracle-minded forgiveness is only correction. It has no element of judgment at all. The statement, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do," in no way evaluates what they do. It is an appeal to God to heal their minds. There is no reference to the outcome of the error. That does not matter. 7. The injunction, "Be of one mind," is the statement for revelation readiness. My request, "Do this in remembrance of me," is the appeal for cooperation from miracle workers. The two statements are not in the same order of reality. Only the latter involves an awareness of time, since to remember is to recall the past in the present. Time is under my direction, but timelessness belongs to God. In time, we exist for and with each other. In timelessness, we coexist with God. The last one, number 8. You can do much on behalf of your own healing and that of others if, in a situation calling for help, you think of it this way. Excuse me, I got an itchy nose. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent Him who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because He who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever He wishes, knowing He goes there with me. I will be healed as I let Him teach me to heal. We'll leave our text there and start part 6, Fear and Conflict, tomorrow. Let's move to our lesson number 27. Above all else, I want to heal. Let me start that again. That's not even the lesson. It doesn't even say that. Above all else, I want to see. Today's idea expresses something stronger than mere determination. It gives vision priority among your desires. You may feel hesitant about using the idea on the grounds that you are not sure you really mean it. This does not matter. The purpose of today's exercises is to bring the time when the idea will be wholly true a little nearer. There may be a great temptation to believe that some sort of sacrifice is being asked of you when you say you want to see above all else. If you become uneasy about the lack of reservation involved, add, vision has no cost to anyone. If fear of loss still persists, add further, it can only bless. The idea for today needs many repetitions for maximum benefit. It should be used at least every half hour and more if possible. You might try for every 15 or 20 minutes. It is recommended that you set a definite time interval for using the idea when you wake or shortly afterwards, and attempt to adhere to it throughout the day. It will not be difficult to do this, even if you are engaged in conversation or otherwise occupied at the time. You can still repeat one short sentence to yourself without disturbing anyone, without disturbing anything. The real question is, how often will you remember? How much do you want today's idea to be true? Answer one of these questions, and you have answered the other. You will probably miss several applications, and perhaps quite a number. Do not be disturbed by this, but do try to keep on your schedule from then on. If only once during the day you feel that you were perfectly sincere while you were repeating today's idea, you can be sure that you have saved yourself many years of effort. Goodness. Okay, so that's our lesson 27. That's the process and a little bit about it. So let's move to our commentary for lesson 27. Above all else, I want to see. You are blessed beings, indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. It is important for you to recognize any hesitation you have in asking for this. There is a great training in your society that to follow me means you have to sacrifice, suffer, and even martyr yourself. But yes, he's right, there is. Those beliefs of your society will come up as you make more determined statements with your free will. Most of these beliefs and ideas, the Judeo-Christian teachings of the churches that have founded and ruled the society on which these teachings are based, have been hidden from you for quite some time. You don't realize they are even in your mind. It's not until you start to step toward love that you begin to feel the unloving arising. This is a very important day, for this is a very important message. Many of you see yourselves as innocents. The bad guy is always out there. You're the one who is loving and kind. They shouldn't have done that, and you did your best. These stories run rampant through the untrained mind. It is not until you truly walk toward love and turn toward that which teaches you pure, true, spiritual love that you see your ego's desire for death. Some of the wording in A Course in Miracles is very blatant. It is very graphic, because these ideas are hidden from you, and we want to get your attention. We want you to realize that as you walk toward love, you feel fear. Why would that happen? If you're the loving being you perceive yourself to be, why would walking toward love bring up fear? It is because in your society, love has been associated with sacrifice and suffering, and the ego does not want to love. The part of your mind trained in your society by your warmongers and your torturous training programs, that part of your mind that has compiled and agreed with those training programs by employing them in your actions, words, thoughts, and deeds, rises up and argues. It is going to say, "This is not safe. We're heading towards something we have no control of. Control is of the utmost importance. Defenses are important." These are the words of the ego mind. When you do these lessons and you feel some fear or resistance, know that you are being shown a part of your mind that believes that following my teachings will cause you suffering. There's no surprise there, because the story that was laid over my life and my teaching modality was of suffering, sacrifice, and punishment by a loving father of a dutiful son. There was no way out, given that teaching. Excuse me. No matter how good you are, or will be, God will punish you. That is the underlying message of the teachings around my life, crucifixion and resurrection. It is important for you to understand this and realize these beliefs and fears of sacrifice are going to surface in your mind. Fear not. We do the work every day that eventually removes those from you. I am that one you know as Jesus, and suffering, sacrifice, and martyrdom are not required on this path. You can trust me on that. We are glad you came to see us today, and we will see you again tomorrow. Okay, before we finish, let me just read this little passage. It's right in the middle. I missed it right down the bottom of the page, just this little bit here, yesterday. It's very important, that part. So yesterday's lesson was, my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. I'll just read the last sentence so we have a little bit of a... There are parts of your mind that you put away from you to maintain a semblance of tentative peace. However, we will say it's more of a ceasefire than true peace. True peace means that you know you're invulnerable. This is the part we missed. I missed. You are an eternal spiritual being. You were before this body was born, and you will be after this body seems to pass away. For the body does not die. It was never alive. We want to clarify that. The body is a corpse, animated by your spirit. Your spirit was before, it will be now, and it is in the future always the same. It is of God, and therefore unchangeable. Namaste, dearest ones. I will see you again tomorrow.